Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu. Hello there and a warm welcome to Superscreen News at 6, broadcasting to live from Lagos. I am Adinike Oweye Ajiboye. The Nigerian Senate has directed the police and the Department of State Security, DSS, to fish out those that hijacked the maize and equally bring them to book. Addressing lawmakers after a closed-door session today, a Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu summoned the Inspector General Police, IGP Ibrahim Idris, to brief the upper chamber on the outcome of their investigations.
We hold that it will be a detour to the state of nature, where life was lawless and brutish, if what happened yesterday is allowed to go unpunished or to be swept under the carpet. It will never happen. We will get to the roots of this matter. We therefore call on the Inspector General of Police and the DGSS to ensure that all those who plotted, aided, abetted, and executed this dastardly affront on our democracy and belittled Nigeria before the international community must be brought to book to serve as a deterrent to others. We will be inviting them next week to brief us on the state of the investigation.
The Deputy Senate President also confirmed the return of the maize, which was carted away by hoodlums on Wednesday. You will recall that the police recovered the stolen maize under the flyover before Abuja City Gate, where it was said to be abandoned. And now Zamfara Police Command has arrested the leader of the notorious criminal gang known as the Sarasuka, as well as 20 other members. The command spokesman, DSP Mohammed Shehu, who disclosed this in a statement, said the gang had been terrorizing Guzau and its environs. Shehu said that the suspects were arrested by the operation team of the command at Yamangwarora various criminal hideouts. Now, 4 workers have been confirmed dead during a fresh attack at a construction site at Nchintaku in the Bassa local government area of Plateau State. Report says after the incident launched by suspected Fulani herdsmen, one of the masterminds, simply identified as Shagari, was arrested by security agents. The spokesperson for Miango Youth Development Association, Lawrence Zongo, called on security agents to beam their searchlight on Rafi Bauna, where he alleged is a hideout for Fulani herdsmen. Zongo said security agents should investigate the community, mop up arms in the area, and make arrests. The public relations officer of Plateau State Police Command, Matthias Tiopev, an assistant superintendent of police who confirmed the incident, said efforts are being made in order to arrest the perpetrators. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and the LEA Gombe State Command says it will strictly monitor farmlands in the state this farming season to ensure the new farmer cultivates India ham. NDLEA commander in Gombe, Aliyu Adole, who disclosed this to journalists, said the measure is necessary owing to last year's incident where 14 persons were caught engaging in the practice, though 7 various terms in prison. Adole advised farmers in the state to resist any temptation that will make them cultivate India ham during the 2018 farming season. Meanwhile, embattled Senator Ovi Omoagege, who was arrested by the police over his alleged role in the invasion of the Senate chamber, has been released by the police. A statement signed by his senior legislative assistant, Lucky Alger, said the Delta Central Senator has left the police after Omoagege told the police his perspective on the invasion of the National Assembly by armed hoodlums. Alger said Omoagege reported to work that and knew nothing about the removal of the maize. The Federal High Court in Abuja has expressed a doubt over the ill health claim by the former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Olisa Metal. The trial judge, Justice Okon Aban, said this while delivering ruling on an application seeking the release of Metu's international passport to enable him travel abroad for medical treatment. Aban said it seemed there is a hidden agenda by Metu to present the court as inhumane by filing the same application before the trial court a third time rather than going to the appeal. The judge maintained that the defendants ought to know that where a trial court decided the matter, it could not be brought before it again under any guise. He further said since the prosecution closed its case in 2016, the defendant, rather than defending his case, had taken several steps to frustrate the trial. Report says the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is considering the possibility of changing its name before the conduct of the 2019 general elections in an emergency meeting that they are holding at the moment. A statement issued by the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Kola Ologbondiyan, said that the next meeting is holding at the party's National Secretariat. However, no mention was made concerning the agenda of the meeting. The All Progressives Congress, APC, will on May 14 hold a national convention. A timetable for the APC Congress and National Convention released on Wednesday by its National Organizing Secretary Osita Izunazo indicates that the party will first hold World Congresses on May 2nd, a day after the World Congresses appeals arising from the election of world officers will be heard. 2 days later, on May 5, local government area congresses will be held with appeals from the exercise to be heard on May 7. On Wednesday, May 9, state congresses is expected to hold with appeals to come up the next day. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has warned staff against electoral malpractice ahead of the 2019 general elections. Chairman of the Commission, Mahmood Yakubu, gave the warning at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja during the swearing-in of 7 newly appointed resident electoral commissioners.
Let me therefore congratulate you on your appointment and swearing-in. As I told the resident electoral commissioner sworn in earlier, you will also be responsible for the implementation of the Commission's policies. In doing so, you will exercise supervisory control over personnel, resources, as well as the legal and administrative processes in the states to which you are posted. You will also interact with various stakeholders. As election managers, you must maintain the required openness and consultation. At the same time, you must be very firm and courageous on the side of the law, as well as our regulations and guidelines at all times as required of an unbiased umpire. As resident electoral commissioners, you can be posted to any part of the country at any time the exigencies of service require. But for now, you will be posted to states within your geopolitical zones, but none of you will ever serve in your state of origin throughout your tenure.
Yakubu told the new entrants that they will be responsible for the implementation of the Commission's policies, adding that they will exercise supervisory control over personnel and resources. Ebonyi State Government has declared Friday, April 20 as public holiday to enable civil servants in the state register and collect their permanent voter cards in the ongoing continuous voter registration. In a statement issued in Abakaliki to the Secretary to a State Government, Hygienius Nwoku said Governor Umahi declared the work-free day in exercise of powers conferred on him by the Public Holiday Act. Nwoku said the governor is deeply concerned with the success of the registration in the state and is committed to ensuring that all eligible voters in the state register and collect their PVCs ahead of 2019 elections. You're still watching Superscreen News at 6, so we'll take a short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you business news to stay. Well, so glad to have you back. Now, in business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has intervened with another sum of $210 billion in the foreign exchange market to meet the request of customers. A breakdown of the figures obtained from the bank in Abuja indicated that the CBN offered the sum of $100 million to authorized dealers in the wholesale segment of the market. Confirming the releases, the CBN Acting Director in charge of the Corporate Communication Department, Isaac Okorafor, said the continued intervention by the bank was in line with its commitment to ensure liquidity in the market as well as reduce pressure on the naira. Okorafor also said the bank will not relent in its efforts to manage the country's forex with a view to reducing its import bills and checking any hemorrhage of its foreign reserves. The World Bank has raised an alarm over rising debt in African countries, including Nigeria. The World Bank team, who disclosed this to journalists through a video conference, said the rise in debt is led by some oil exporting nations, which have seen more than 50% rise in debts recently. The team said such commercial loans come with exchange rate risks, a global financial condition risk, and commodity price risk. The Debt Management Office (DMO) recently put the country's debt profile at 21.73 trillion naira as of December 31, 2017, up from 12.2 trillion naira as of June 30, 2015. The Accident Investigation Bureau, AIB, has released 6 final accident and serious incident reports that occurred in the industry between 2009 and 2014. Among the released reports was that of Associated Airlines crash of October 3, 2013, which occurred when the remains of former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Agagu, was being conveyed to Akure for burial. The Commissioner, AIB Akin Olateru, disclosed that the Associated Airlines crash occurred due to the failure of the crew to hit warning signs of engines at a takeoff. Olatere added that the AIB released 4 safety recommendations on the crash, which were all directed at the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, urging it to enhance the enforcement of the regulations with regards to the implementation of operators' approved personnel training program. Still talking business news, the Lagos State government says new investors for the 4th mainland bridge will be named in June. The Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Adebowale Akisoya, who disclosed this on Wednesday at a press briefing of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure to mark the 3rd anniversary of Governor Akinwumi Ambode, said they are at the last phase of selecting the preferred bidders. The Commissioner further added that the State Public Works Corporation rehabilitated 31 roads, aside from carrying out palliative maintenance and sectional overlay on 115 roads. You're still watching Superscreen News. We'll take another short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you news from the foreign scene and then sports. Join us again.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so.
So I don't have the money, so I have to leave. If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of now. During the construction time, then after some time, we start enjoying it. The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.